Welcome. You with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another chapter. Read from the Fall of America. Wonderful book, great book. The minister Elijah Muhammad has given us to process, have given us to get our life on track, have given us to know what's coming. You know, so far, you know what I mean, if we're not really paying attention, we would think that there's no fruit in here. You get what I'm saying? You would think there's no fruit in here. You know, but there are some key moments that I'm like, okay, I could see where that this has taken place. I could see where that this has affected this community. I can see where that because of hate, this is where we at now. You get me? In the black community. You know, if I want to just speak to the black community, in the black community, this is why we don't trust each other. This is why we keep beating each other up, because why? You know, think about why. We have so much hate for our own selves. We are so confused within our lives, we don't know how to get it together. We don't know how to, and we're looking to just be numb. You get what being numb is? Not you know there's no way you have there's no solution you have came up with. So you don't want to deal with it. You get it? You don't want to think about it anymore. So you choose to be numb right now until you can figure it, or till someone else can figure it for you. And it's time for you as a grown man, as a grown woman, to figure it yourself. If you have to, go ask your children. You have some teenage babies out here, go ask them. Sit down with them one day and be honest. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. What do you see I'm doing? Get your answers. You know, collect information. Instead of collecting information on others, collect information about you. What do you see I'm doing wrong? And listen. Really listen to what people have to say about you. You get what I'm saying? You're going to hear those that are genuine, and you're going to hear those that just want to control you. You get what I'm saying? And what that's going to tell you about the people you're getting these questions, you're getting these answers from. Either they love you or they want to control you. Right? Right? Good. I did it before. Come on, let's dive into this reading. But in these southern states where Mr. George Wallace was running for president, he could make every black man and woman in the South vote for him under fear. Come on now. Fear? God almighty. See, that Ku Klux Klan days. These black people are afraid to disobey. White people in high offices, or even any old white farmer who is hardly able to buy himself a new overall suit. Now you know why we was in fear, right? We just come out of slavery. You get what I'm saying? These kids, like the time of Elijah Muhammad is the kids of slavery. You get it? When I say the kids of slavery, like when slavery was dying off, these are the kids that was going on into what is so-called a free world. You get it now? So that fear was already part of our DNA, already in our DNA. It was structured in our DNA the day that we showed fear and we went and had sex, had relations and with our woman and conceived a child. That was another branch made in our DNA. You get it? You don't get what I'm saying, do you? You don't get it. I know you don't get it. You know what I mean? Because there's no progress I'm really seeing out here in these streets. Look. You ever heard about when you go to kill live animals, if you cut them the wrong way, or if you shoot them, you know, if you know, you take a deer, you know, you ain't got no choice but just to shoot it. Do you know the fear, the shock, the what that word, man? What is that word? Do you know what it does to the body? You get what I'm saying? It puts it through a shock and it releases a poison. You get what I'm saying? So in other words, what I'm basically saying about doing slavery, and these are the kids of slavery. Fear was put in us. You know, we was made to watch people being burnt. We was made to watch people being hung, raped. You get what I'm saying? And there are some black people that say, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just get along. I ain't bucking this. I'm gonna just get along. You know, even when we became free, even when the laws was in place that we was free, there was parts of America, especially on this East Coast, especially down south. We talking about Alabama, we talking about Georgia, we talking about little parts of Florida. You know, when you go deep south, they was not going to obey the laws of the land. You get what I'm saying? They have been enjoying this free labor for so long. You get what I'm saying? For so long, they won't let me go. You know, it's told, you know, once you cross that Mason-Dixon line, you're into somewhere else. And that Mason-Dixon line starts at where? South Carolina. So South Carolina on down, slavery was still existing. And the law detailed that it has been abolished. You see what I'm saying? You get it now. So I say to you this right here, you know what I mean? I get that part of what he's talking about. You understand? I really get it. So let's proceed, because I ain't gonna stay too deep into that. You got what I'm saying? The black people in the South have been brought up for many years and for centuries to fear white people, where there is no freedom or chance to get out among free people. These black people become the most ignorant and the most terrified people of rights that there are in the country of America. And the white man knows this. He gets rich. He builds himself a fine, luxurious home on the plantation, and as far as he can see, he claims that the land is his, and the poor slaves are living in the worst of shacks. When the rains come, some of them have to go to the walls of their houses with pails to catch the rain coming through their almost open roofs. When winter comes, they are sitting up to their fireplaces, trying to keep warm. These are the worst living conditions of the human beings that could even be in the jungles of Africa, where they do not have sawmills or brick kilns to saw timber into lumber and to mold bricks. You get what he's saying right there? You know what I mean? How they're living in America, basically the same as living in Africa in the jungle. You get what I'm saying? That's what I just processed. It's basically really the same. You get what I'm saying? You would think that, okay, I go out here, I pick this cotton, I go out here, pick these vegetables, I go out here, keep your land successful to sustain your financial wealth, but you know, look at the conditions you have me in. And that was an issue back in those days in America. You know what I mean? Like the work conditions was terrible. You go to work and die. Come on now, how you go to work and die? That's why we have what is called OSHA today. You get what I'm saying? And then now we have OSHA. You feel what I'm saying? That is a structured tool within business that helps employees not to be hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Not work under unfair conditions. You feel what I'm saying? Equal opportunity employment as a tool in the workplace so that you are treated fairly. You get what I'm saying? Let's proceed. America has everything necessary. No. When winter comes, they are sitting up to their fireplaces trying to keep warm. These are the worst living conditions of human beings that could even be in the jungles of Africa, where they do not have sawmills or brick kilns to saw timber into lumber and to mold bricks. Now, did you hear what you get it now? Cool. America has everything necessary to make her slaves good warm homes, cool homes, and to give her slaves a good living wage, because our fathers for 400 years have already supplied the wealth for us today to be given food, substantial wages for our necessities of life. It is pitiful to go in these southern areas out in the rural districts and see how after 400 years the wicked sun-burned, king-nosed tobacco, juice-mothered, and blue-eyed devils are buckling our poor people down to such slavery conditions, crushing them to death and diseasing them. Their children are coming up suffering from malnutrition, fever, and other diseases. Capture them and take them to their crude pine box graves or to a hole in the ground in the south. Without anything like honor of their death, they are buried in rough pine wooden boxes. We're gonna call that a quit. We're gonna quit right there. And excuse me. We're gonna stop right there in this reading, and just know, you know what I mean. I'm never gonna say we were treated, fair. I'm never gonna agree with that. I don't want us to bring up any old feelings, where that you want to put actions into hurting people. I don't want you to do that. That's not the message I'm sending you. You got what I'm saying? The message I'm sending you is that we have come a long way. A long way. We have had martyrs to fight, to forge a better way of living for us. You get what I'm saying? A better way of living for us. It's time for us to continue to give praise to our ancestors. They fought. They really fought for a better life. But what have we given back in return? I can sit here and say, I got educated. I put down the drugs. I stopped selling drugs. I stopped being a criminal. You get what I'm saying? I started being a productive citizen. But that's still not enough in my eyes. It's still not enough in my eyes. I want to change something. You get what I'm saying? I want to change what I know is wrong in the black community, and that is the mindset that we have. I want to change that. I've started with me. I've been started with me. I want to change it. You get what I'm saying? I need your help to change it. I need your help to understand, erase the hate, to understand, love your babies, to understand, pay your bills, to understand, live a sober life. If you can't live a sober life, do it in moderation. Look, you've been with the Nasty Pastors. It's been another read from out of the fall of America. I love you, and I'm out.